Louise Brakey from Brakey & Co, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about what you can do if your tenants want to leave during a tenancy. After marketing your property for rent and going through the whole process of viewings, applications, references, you feel that you can finally rest easy knowing that you've chosen a great tenant for your home and that they're happy and settling in nicely. You've signed them up to a 12-month contract and you know that you're not going to have to go through this for at least 12 months. Until you get the phone call to say that something's come up and now they want to move out long before the contract expires. So what should you do? Do you have to go through the whole process again, the whole referencing, etc.? It also can be really financially crippling when after a few months of the property being vacant, you've now got to think about getting new tenants in again. So what I think you should do is, first of all, allow your tenants to leave early. If you allow them to leave early, then what you can do is you can have a chat to them and say, look, if you'll pay for my relet fees, then you're happy to sever the tenancy early, you get new tenants in and they're free to leave. Contractually, your tenants have agreed to pay for the rent, so you know, you don't have to say that you can leave early. However, I always think that it's better if you can come to some sort of an agreement between yourselves, and that way they're happy and you're happy. And most tenants will be happy just to come out of this long-term agreement. So normally they would be more than happy to pay for the fees that you may have to pay. Also, they may be more than happy to do the viewings, and they're going to be helpful in the viewings because they want you to find a new tenant, and then they don't have to incur any unnecessary costs. Another thing you can do is you can reassign the agreement. On very rare occasions, you can get the agreement reassigned. So this means that the tenant's found someone else to rent the property in their place. It's not the same as subletting because the outgoing tenant wouldn't want to continue the responsibility for the property or the new tenant. But if they've got a friend that could move into the property in their place, then the contract could effectively be swapped over. They'd still need to be acceptable, they'd still need to pass references and a new tenancy agreement, but it would allow your tenant to leave early and you're in the same position but with a different with a different tenant living in your property. It can be hard to hear that you've got to deal with this situation, particularly when you thought that everything was fine and you wouldn't have to think about it again for at least a year. But sometimes life does get in the way and it can't be helped, and your tenant may just have to leave. There are ways to deal with it so that no one loses out, you're not left without any income, and you're not owed any rent arrears by a tenant who's not happy. So sometimes I always think a bit of practical problem solving makes everybody a winner. So if you would like to have a chat to me about anything I've discussed today, then give me a call on 01942 238 200.